Hello, everyone, and welcome to this gentle level 1 yoga class. My name is Lynne, and thank you for spending your time with me today. You will need to have 2 blocks or something that will work as 2 blocks, as well as a belt or something that will work as a yoga strap. We're going to start seated just briefly in a short meditation. So seated up on a blanket or a cushion. I right now have a blanket set out on my mat just for a little bit of comfort for some of the practice that we'll be doing in the beginning on our back and on our abdomen, since I am coming to you from the area around my fire pit. Again, we are outside in my neighborhood, and there may be some random neighborhood noises in this video that I will be unable to edit out. So just bear with it, keep your awareness inside, and keep going with your practice today. Let's come into our seats, shutting your eyes, and just taking this moment to prepare yourself for our movement practice today. Just taking an inventory, starting with a physical inventory of where you may feel a little bit of tightness, where you may feel a little bit of tension, and draw your awareness into these parts of your body and let them soften. Start by just softening your jaw and releasing any tension in your face. And draw your awareness to your breath rhythm. Let there be a softening of your breath. And coming back to your breath throughout our practice to maintain your connection between your mind and your body. Our quote for today's practice is by Robert G. Ingersoll. Kindness is the sunshine in which virtue grows. Kindness is the sunshine in which virtue grows. Slowly open your eyes, releasing your hands down, continuing to sit tall, and begin to move your arms up and down with your breath, lengthening up, growing taller, and down. Just moving here, not worrying if we are not going at the same pace, reaching up and reaching down. Spread your fingers wide and come down. Bring your hands beside you and begin to scoop up in front and come back down. lifting from the front, reaching upward and down. Lifting up and coming down. Reaching up and down. Bring your arms right out in front of you and let's squeeze our shoulder blades together and then bring our arms in front and shoulder blades together and arms in front. Continue to sit yourself up nice and tall, lengthening up through the crown of your head. And once more, coming together. As you come together now, bring fingers together, interlacing, pressing your palms away. Drop your shoulders, lift your arms up, reach to the sky. Lift up and out of your side waist. Bring your hands back down to the top of your head with your elbows bent and push your arms back up to the sky, spreading open your palms, pushing up through your index finger ball mounts. Bring your arms down in front and just change the interlace of your fingers. Press your palms back forward. Release your shoulders, softening your neck. Arms reach to the sky. Pushing up through your palms. Spreading your fingers wide as you lengthen upward. Reach, 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 reach. And release. Now from here, grab your strap and take your hands behind your back so that we're at the width of our hips, straightening your arms, palms facing behind you. Keep your sternum lifted as you take your arms up and behind you. Let there be a lift through the front of your abdomen. Allow your collarbones to open and spread wide. Release any sort of gripping in your hands. And bring your arms down. Let's twist to the right. Roll your shoulder back. Looking over your right shoulder. Continuing to lengthen up through the crown of your head. Come back to center and twist left, rolling your left shoulder back. Continuing to lengthen upward. And bring yourself back to center. Let's go ahead and come on to our backs. And once we get there, our knees will be bent with our feet flat on the ground. Put underneath your head if you feel like your head is being thrown back. Bring your arms right alongside you and let's begin to pelvic tilt, flattening our back and arching our back. Just allowing your pelvis to move back and forth. Exhale as you flatten, inhaling as you arch. Moving with your breath rhythm. And bring yourself now into neutral. Slide both of your legs out, pushing out through your heels. Take your arms overhead, come into supine mountain pose, palms facing upward. Take your lower rib cage and press it down into the earth. Press out through your right heel, reach up through your right arm. Press out through your left heel, reach up through your left arm. Let's keep alternating here. Right side reaching, left side reaching, right side reaching, left side reaching, right, left. Just keep it moving here. Now flop like a rag doll. Just drop into the earth. Keep your arms overhead now. Zip your legs together and draw your right knee into your chest. Extend your arms and legs all the way out. Draw your left knee into your chest. We're just going to continue with this alternating pattern, drawing your right knee in, extending your arms and legs out, drawing your left knee in, out, and out. Just keep moving. It's an exhale as you draw in, an inhalation as you release. Let's bring some nice movement into your bodies. Both knees at the same time. Extending both legs. Zip your legs together as if they're one unit. Extending. If this is too much, go back to alternating. Honor your backs. And once more, draw in. Begin to circle your knees around in one. Just massage back. And let's begin to circle in the opposite direction. Take your arms out into your knees to the right and look over your left shoulder. Just allowing your spine to unwind, unravel. Bring yourself up to center and drop your knees over to the opposite side. Stretching here, anchoring your shoulders, working to stack your hips one on top of the other. Bringing your knees up, feet back to the ground, extending your legs. Let's bring our right leg in and take our long-legged right shoulder. Keep your left leg really strong and active, pushing out. Take a few open, expansive breaths into your right side. And let's release and switch sides, twisting to the right. out through your left fingers, anchoring your left shoulder down. Become aware of your breath. And release. Come back into our full body stretch. Pressing your lower rib cage down, spreading your palms to the ceiling, pushing out through your heels, spreading your fingers and your toes. Let's release. Let's grab our straps. We're going to start with bent knees. Right leg. And bringing your leg up to the ceiling, up to the sky. Slide your left leg out on the ground, descending your left thigh downwards. If your back of your thigh does not go down to the earth, don't worry about it. If your lower bothering you a little bit, just bend your left leg slightly. Let's bend our knee. Straighten our leg. Bend your knee. Just a little bit of pumping here. And bend your knee and straighten. And now take your leg all the way up to straight. Gently pull down on your strap. Let's take our leg out to the right. Anchoring through your left leg, left hand on your thigh, or your left hand out into your teeth. Keeping your left leg strong and active. Just allow your inner thigh to release. Allow the back of your hamstrings to soften. And let's bring our leg. Take your strap into your opposite hand. We're going for full twist today. All the way over. Stacking your hips. Gazing out over your right shoulder. Anchoring your shoulder downwards. Working to stack your hips. One on top of the other. And bring your leg up to center. And switch our legs. Extending your right leg out, either straight or slightly bent. Anchoring your shoulders into the earth. Releasing any sort of death grip that you may have. Softening your jaw. Let's do our little bend and straighten here. And bend and straighten. And once more, bend and straighten. Let's take our arm out or take our leg out to the side. Take your right arm into your T. Allowing your inner groins to open on your extended leg. Allow your hamstrings to open. And let's bring your leg all the way up. Moving into our full twist. Working to stack your hips. Slide your left arm out into your T. Let your collarbones spread wide. Now bring your legs up. Pause at the top here. And release. Set your strap to the side. Bend your knees, feet flat. Take your right knee over your left knee. If this is not accessible to you, go ankle to knee. Arms to your T or behind your head with your elbows wide, and just begin to rock your knees to the right and back up to center. Dropping your knees, allow your hips to arch or your back to arch. Rocking to the right and up. Next time you rock over to the right, hold to the right. And then slide your left arm over your head, reaching behind you. Lengthening through your left side waist. And then bring yourself up to center. Let's go ahead and switch legs. Again, arms into a T or behind your head. Left knees on top, and let's rock to the side and back. And rock and come back. So we're just rocking to the left side. Let your back arch. Just gentle rhythmic motion here. And let's drop your knees down to the left. And take your right arm overhead, reaching through your right side waist. And release and come up to center. Drawing both knees into your chest and either to seated. Come through seated and come to your hands and knees. patting your knees if necessary. And begin to do cat-cow, rounding your back and arching your back. And just keep moving here. Next time you come into your cat pose, hold this briefly. Spread your palms. Let your back arch. Pull your navel up towards your spine. And now release down, sticking your tailbone up, letting your abdomen drop towards the earth. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. And now go ahead and release back into child's pose. Feet together, knees wide, stretching your arms out, letting your head drop. Lengthening here, walking your fingers out, spreading your palms. And now walk your hands to the right. Lengthen towards the top corner of your mat. Nice expansive breath here through your left side waist. And come back through to center and walk your hands over to the left side, spreading your palms, stretching outward, letting your head drop downward. Coming back to our center position, reaching outward. Now just tense your fingers. Let your head drop. So if your head doesn't reach the ground, that's okay. Just let your head hang between your arms. Set your palms back down and draw yourself upward. Bring yourself now to high kneeling. Lengthen up here. Sweep your arms up and bring your arms back down. Take your right leg forward into your lunge. Lift your arms upward. Turn your armpits as if they could face each other. Spread your palms as you lengthen up. And release. Let's switch sides. Left leg comes forward. Lift through the front of your abdomen. And lift your arms upward. Spreading your palms. Lengthening up. Reaching skyward. And release and come down. Grab your straps. Take your right leg forward. Bring your hands behind your back, holding your strap. Lift through the front of your abdomen. So we're getting this nice opening through our left thigh. Roll your shoulders back and begin to lift your arms back behind you. Keep this whole lift through the front side of your body and try not to let it tilt forward. Reach your arms back. Release any gripping and lengthening up through the crown of your head. Release your arms down. And we're going to go ahead and switch sides, bringing your left leg forward, anchoring, lifting, hands back behind you, palms facing backwards, lifting here, lifting your arms, lifting through your abdomen, lifting up through your heart center. And release. We're going to go back to this first side. This time taking your straps right in front of you, palms facing down, and lift your arms up. Lengthen up and out of your side waist and just start to move your arms back behind you without pushing your head forward. So sometimes we want to push our head forward. Keep your arms in alignment here and then gently turn your armpits to face each other. Release any death grip, softening your jaw, softening through your neck. Continue to reach up towards the sky. And release and come down. Let's switch sides. Left leg forward. Find your opening through the front of your thigh. Finding your balance. Lifting your arms up here. Turn your armpits to face each other. Lift up and out of your side waist. Really lengthening here. Softening your jaw, softening your neck. Reach to the sky. And release and come on down. Let's go ahead and take this into a little bit deeper lunge. I'm going to grab my blocks and place them at the top of my mat. And I've removed my blanket from my mat. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just come into this high table pose, pulling your navel into your spine, and then draw your sit bones back, taking child's pose here with your arms extended out, letting your head drop. And I've introduced that concept of rolling your armpits to face each other. Just do that here for a moment. Let your fingers spread. Allow your head and neck to be in alignment. And now bring yourself back up and forward and come up to high kneeling. Let's go ahead and take our right leg forward into our deeper lunge. So we're using blocks to keep our chest open. We're going to drive our sit bones forward and back. And right now, go ahead and let your knee come as far forward over your front toes as you can. Because we're supported here, we can do this action. And as we move back and forth, allow your back thigh to open up. Let's go ahead and come forward once more. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Lengthening through the crown of your head. And let's release. Time to switch sides. Bringing your opposite leg forward. Coming down. Front knee and ankles straight up and down to start. And then we're going to move forward and back. Moving forward and back. Working to track your front knee over your second toes. Working to open up your back leg. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Let's come forward and back. Come forward and hold. Pull your shoulder blades down, lengthening up through the crown of your head. And let's release here. And switch sides, bringing our right leg back forward into our lunge. Lengthening. And for this one, really squaring off ankle and knee. And we're going to move into our twist to the right. Hand can be on the floor or a block. You can revolve into your twist, holding your knee, or you can take your arm up to the ceiling. Whichever position is going to work for you with this twist. Keep driving your right sit bone forward. Lengthening through the crown of your head as you allow yourself to open here. And release, unravel. Let's switch sides. And your opposite leg forward. Setting your foundation of your front knee and ankle. Lengthening through the crown of your head. Pulling your shoulders back. We want to actively drive our left sit bone down as we lengthen. Let's take our twist, whether your hand's on the ground or a block. Your left hand is either on your knee or up in the air. Lengthening through the crown of your head, lengthening through your side waist, extending up through your elbows, up through your palms if your arm is up in the air. Opening your chest. Release, unravel, come back to your high kneeling. Nice and tall here. Let's go ahead and take our right leg forward into our lunge. And turn your back toes under and lift your back leg. Push back through your back heel. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Become aware of your shoulders. And connect into your breath. Keep your back legs strong and active, pushing back through your back heel. Release down. And let's go ahead and switch sides. Taking our left leg forward. Turn your back toes under and lift your back leg up, pushing back through your back leg. Draw your shoulder blades down and keep your back leg strong. Really push out through your back heel. Lift your back inner thigh to the ceiling. Release down. And let's go ahead and go back to the first side. Taking your leg forward. Shoulders away from your ears. Now turn your back toes under. Really lift and push back through your back leg. Find the energy in this pose, in your legs. We're going to open up into your twist. Hand can be on the floor or your block. With your front leg, you can have your hand on your knee, or you can open yourself up. Now, back leg sometimes likes to collapse. Press out through your back heel. Keep your back leg strong and active. Use the rooting down into your left hand to reach your right arm up to the ceiling. It's a constant play of movement here. Constant adjusting. And release. Come down. And let's switch sides. Bringing your left leg forward. Pulling your shoulders back. Lifting your back leg. Pushing back through your back heel. And we're going to open up into our twist. Whether your hand is on your knee or your arm is up in the air. Really find the openness of your back leg, the length of your back leg. And as you reach through your back heel, reach the crown of your head away from you, opening up your shoulders, reaching your arms to the ceiling, to the sky, as your bottom arm roots down into the earth. And release. Come back. At this point, those of you that would like to take a downward facing dog, this is an excellent opportunity for it. Otherwise, take child's pose, stretching your arms out, letting your knees go wide. Whichever position you're in, softening your breath. If you're in child's pose and your head reaches the ground, let your head drop down to the earth. If it doesn't reach the ground in child's pose, you can slide a block or a blanket to your forehead. If you are taking a downward facing dog in this moment, stick your sit bones up in the air, lengthening through your spine and opening up the backs of your legs. If you're in dog pose, slide yourself forward into a plank and lower any way you can to the ground and stay there. We'll meet you there. The rest of us come forward out of your child's pose and come down to your abdomen. Hands are right beside you. Roll your shoulders back and gently lift your chest, lengthening your chest upward, and then lower back down. Now, as we do this next one, we're going to lift our chest. We're going to turn our toes under, energize our legs, and push back through our heels. And then release, come down, let your head drop. Here we go, toes under, lift your chest, lengthen, and then lower back down. Just find this rhythm, toes turn under, chest lifting up and lowering down. And toes turn under, lift and lengthen, lower down. And lift, lengthen, toes under. Now shoulders away from ears. Now watch your neck. Keep the back of your neck long as we do this. Just keep going. Keep lifting and lowering at your own pace. And let's do one more. Toes under and lift. Release down. Just pause. Turn your head to one side or the other. Let there be a just release in your back, a release in your glutes, and a release in your legs. From here, lift your right leg up behind you. Keep your right pelvis on the ground. So sneak a peek at me. Make sure that your leg is straight and you're reaching as far back behind you. And then set your toes back down. And let's do that for our left leg. Keep your left knee straight. Keep your pelvis on the ground and reach your leg behind you and set it back down. Now press all 10 of your toenails into the ground and begin to lift your chest up and just lift a little higher. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Each and every one of you is going to lift into a little bit different extension. And now release and come down. So grab your straps and take your strap across your lower back. Come down here and grab your strap with your palms facing upward. Let's do that same thing before we begin. Lift your right leg, reach it back and set it down. Lift your left leg, reach it back and set it down. All your toenails are on the ground. Pull your legs really strong and lift your chest up. Now keep your arms by your buttocks right now. And now slowly lift your arms up behind you. Lift your chest as you squeeze your shoulder blades together. If you're back, if you need a little extra here, turn your toes under, push back through your heels to help support you. Otherwise, keep your feet pressing into the ground. Shoulder blades together. Lift your arms a little higher. Release and come down. Turn your head to one side or the other. Let your arms relax. And let's do that one more time. Press into the tops of your feet. Lifting your chest. Release, grip. Lift your arms up. So we don't have a death grip here. Just a nice soft opening. Lift a little higher. Keep your gaze down at the floor. Keep your chest lifted. And release yourself down. And turn your head to the opposite side. Set your strap off to the side. And now push yourself back. You're either going to take a downward facing dog or you're going to take a child's pose. Lengthening your spine. Pushing back through your heels if you're in dog pose. Press into your thumbs. Whichever pose you're in, roll your armpits to face each other and allow your head and neck to release. Bring yourself now down to kneeling. And let's come up into our high kneeling once again. Right leg comes forward into our lunge. Bring your hands onto your front knee. We're going to take our arms back behind us. Turn your palms out and away and sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Turn your armpits to face each other and reach up skyward. Let's release and switch sides. Bringing your opposite leg now forward. Find your front knee and ankle. We lift our chest, take our hands back behind us, turning your palms, then lifting your arms up, driving your sit bones. Turn your armpits to face each other. Extend up through your elbows. Extend up through your palms. Extend up through your fingers. And release. And let's go ahead and come to a down dog or a child's pose. Lifting your hips. Pushing back through your heels. If you're in the dog pose, if you're in child's pose, just draw your sit bones back towards your heels. And come back down to kneeling. We're going to take our right leg forward into our lunge. Setting your foundation here, so you can use blocks if you need to start with, just to give you a little extra support. Turn your back toes under. Bring your hands to your front knee, find your balance. Take your arms back behind you and lift up. Find the strength in your back leg. Push back through your back heel. Keep your gaze forward. Let's find that action of your armpits moving closer together. Extend up through your elbows and extend up through your fingers. Press back through your back leg. Keep your back leg strong. And now let's release. Come down, all the way down. And let's switch sides. Left leg comes forward. Turn your back toes under. Lifting your back leg. Bring your hands to your front knee. Keep your back leg strong. Hands come back behind you to open your chest. Taking your arms up, spreading your palms, wrap your armpits forward, reach up through your elbows, Find the strength of your back leg as you push back through your back heel. Soften your gaze. And let's release. Come down. Down dog or child's pose. Whichever position you're in, spread your palms. And release. Come on down. Let's come to seated. I like to prop my pelvis. So I'm going to get my blanket ready. And go ahead and extend your legs straight out in front of you. Sitting yourself up nice and tall. Spreading your toes. Rolling your shoulders back. Bring your right leg in. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Lift yourself up through your left side waist, and let's twist back. For those of you that feel like you can take your block, place your hand on your block and open up your chest. Lengthening here through the crown of your head. And slowly release, extending your opposite leg out, drawing your left leg in. And let's go ahead and take a nice twist. Hand can go on the block once again to help give you a little bit more of a lift. Let your collarbones spread nice and wide as you lengthen up through the crown of your head. And release. Let's bring the soles of our feet into Baddha Konasana. And then bring the soles of your feet or your heels as close to your pelvis as you can. Lift your sternum upward. And then begin to fold forward. Lengthening the crown of your head past your toes. Letting your knees drop. Letting be a softening in your back. Not forcing. Lengthen through your side waist. Let's walk our hands back slowly, bringing yourself up. And then we're going to come into our Savasana, supporting your head if necessary. Coming onto your backs. Start by tucking your shoulders under, extending your legs out, letting your palms face upwards. And begin to scan your body from head to toe, releasing any tension in your jaw, your neck, your shoulders. Allow your collarbones to spread wide as the weight of your arms drops into the earth. Allow your palms to face upward. Let your hands soften. Allow your torso to drop. Allow the bones of your pelvis to connect into the ground. Let your legs release and become heavy. And just one last wiggle of your toes. And now bring stillness into your body. Bring quiet to your mind. And a sense of peace to your soul. Kindness is the sunshine in which virtue grows. Kindness is the sunshine in which virtue grows. Stay in your savasana for as long as you need. Thank you for practicing with me, and namaste.